Alright guys, we finished off Elkcreed's after story last time. Now, it's on to the lovable ULRIK. Let's see what's got him so shocked, first from his perspective. With protagonist Sprite, please and thank you. Alright, what we up to, ULRIK?
I was in a dilemma. Well, perhaps it's not a dilemma really. No, it was. And a terrible dilemma at that. I couldn't imagine a worse one. I mean, why do I have to be considerate?
I feel you, brother.
Everything had begun a few hours earlier.
Broop. Back then, I got in trouble with the lady. Home sweet home. Oh, you're the only one here, ULRIK. My heart already hurts at having else say home sweet home after we just finished the last after story where he said that. I'm like, oh no, I'm being so unfaithful. Blah.
Oh, what?
You ought to understand what I mean. Where is your beloved woman? That's the question.
Beloved? I really don't...
Oh, she means nothing to you? Well, then I'll make her mine.
No! She's violent and doesn't have a clue how society works. She would just give you trouble. I absolutely forbid you from taking her from me.
Nah, ULRIK.
Because she'd make trouble. You make much more trouble for me.
Shut up! I'm telling you no. She's my...
Your love?
Something like that.
Which means? ULRIK, come here. No, I'll come over there. Just stay put.
Alt ordered his servants to make dinner. When the servants had left, he came near me again.
Now, where was I? Time for your lecture.
Lecture? I really don't have the... I tried to leave, but Alt held me back.
Oh no, you're not getting away, boy. If you don't want to end up with a bad end, you ought to listen to me.
Where were you the other times, Elkcreed? Do you exist outside of this visual novel? Outside of the time and space? Alright, add that to my lore.
Bad end.
Yes, you can avoid it with minimal effort. Don't you wish to avert that tragedy?
What tragedy? Let's hear it.
Here we go then. You're too cold to her. She's weird and tolerates a lot, but if I was her, I would have dumped you long ago.
You're joking.
I'm not. I would have made a scene, walked out and gone over to the guy whose name starts with Elt and ends with teen.
I wonder who you could be referring to. I love Elt's motivational speeches because they're always like, yo, if you don't smarten up, I'm gonna be Mr. Steal Your Girl in like the worst possible way, just to get under ULRIK's skin. He's like, no, she is my love. Stand back, sir. Till I challenge you to a duel. It works so perfectly on ULRIK.
There are a lot of ways to love, sure. Your love is subtle and invisible, but you have to show it more.
Okay, but how does that even work? I know a lot more than you do, Alt, but I can't bamboozle others with all the creepy talk like you.
And we appreciate you for that, ULRIK.
It starts with the attitude. I don't know how to approach her, so I don't.
ULRIK.
I know where she is, okay? She went out to buy flowers to put into her room. I was thinking about going with her, but she's competent enough to do that alone.
Coward.
What?
Why did you hesitate? It wouldn't have taken a lot of courage, would it? change your attitude.
But...
I know you don't like dealing with others, but you still love her, right? Despite that. And she loves you back. There's no reason to hesitate.
He put his arm around me.
I punched him in the face. Oh, never mind.
And hit me on the back. Ow!
Get up and go. Knowing the city is your job, walk around and you'll find her. When you find her, invite her for dinner. Find a really moody place and enjoy your time there. I'll lock the doors until you get it done.
I massaged my back and grumbled about his threats.
I'll really do it, you know. Now get out.
Fine. See you later.
Not like I couldn't just pickpocket lock. What am I trying to say? Lockpick my way back into the mansion. Bleh. Here you go.
He threw me out with the most obnoxious smile, and there we were. I'm not fine. Not at all. I couldn't deal with others. I'd been told to avoid them when I was little, and had grown up sticking to that rule. Perhaps more than necessary, I knew. How did I even fall in love? I can't believe it. All I could tell, even looking back, was that Cyrus was special. I knew I loved her. That doesn't make it easier to change my behavior, though. I didn't want to change for a girl. I was afraid I wouldn't be me anymore. But I don't want her to stop loving me either. I surveyed the crowds, grumbling bitterly. The main street was very busy, but I could spy Cyrus in the distance. I was sure she couldn't see me, but I could see her. My vision was excellent. I didn't even need my eyes. I'd lived in the dark for so long that I could sense her. If only I could sense her feelings, too. I'd always thought that the only people I couldn't understand were weirdos like Alt, but I didn't really understand Cyrus either.
I mean, to be fair, she's her own type of weirdo.
Perhaps they were both unusually weird, I thought. It was hard for me. What could I do that she'd like? What could I do to make her laugh? What could I do to make sure she always loved me? Coward, he said. Fair enough. Normally I felt comfortably aloof, but when it really counted, it devolved into the situation I was in now. Even I thought it was pitiful. I don't want it to stay this way forever. All right.
Courage, man. Courage.
Hey. I called out to Cyrus and watched as her hair spun through the air. She turned around, gave me a visibly startled look.
You always do that to her. Wow, that surprised me.
Of course it did. It would startle anyone. I agreed with her, but what came out of my mouth was... It surprised you? What kind of bodyguard are you? Do you actually pay attention? I was hardly aware of even saying it. I knew entirely too well that this behavior only created rifts between people. Most other people would have reacted with frustration and displeasure. Cyrus seemed to have gotten used to my attitude, though.
You're right. Sorry about that. Can I do something for you?
In a way, but... I mean, I was only doing it because Elt had told me to. I just saw you here and thought we could talk.
I see.
She whispered, smiled, and thanked me. My heart skipped a beat. Why was she so happy? Why are you smiling?
I wanted to see you. I'm happy we ran into each other, even if it's a coincidence.
Any specific reason? Cyrus didn't answer, and instead showed me the contents of the bag she was carrying.
Did you get him candy? Okay. Now you're just like, I came out here for me, okay? To get flowers. Aren't the flowers beautiful?
I can't tell one flower from another. I guess this would be the moment where Elt says something about how she's more beautiful than the flowers are. That ain't my style, I thought.
Nope.
They look pretty, all right. I didn't know what else to say.
That's nice. I bought some for you as well.
For me?
Yeah. We'll have matching flowers. Nice, right?
It seemed like a waste. I didn't know anything about flowers. Still, I don't really care for flowers, but thank you. Don't give them to me right now, though. I have no vase with me.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
That thing I was doing. It wasn't supposed to go like that. I really had to fix that. Elt would have berated me about it. The way the conversation was going, I wasn't going to be able to ask her out for dinner. I had to change the conversation. Shall we go and drop off the flowers? You were going to give me some, right? Or not?
Oh, I was.
Let's go to my library, then. Give me the bag, okay?
The flower bag? I can carry...
Give it to me. Elt always tells me that the man has to... Right, I shouldn't do that either. Not everything in my world had to revolve around Elt this, Elt that.
Poor Ulrich. It's like, what is my identity?
Correction, I thought. Elt had nothing to do with it. I'm a man, you know. Let me carry your bags. I took the bag from her hand somewhat forcefully.
Are you sure?
Of course I am. I can carry this one-handed, see?
Perfect. You have another hand to hold Cyrus's now.
I showed her how I was carrying the bag in my right hand. Give me your hand so we don't lose each other.
Aw, yay! Ah.
I grabbed her hand as soon as it inched towards me. Her hand is so warm. It wasn't the first time I'd held her hand. Still, walking along the street with her, hand in hand, was probably a first for me. I glanced over at her, half afraid I was imagining it. I felt faintly embarrassed. This is so stupid. I'm not a little kid. I could laugh at myself, but I still felt nervous. I hope she doesn't realize how nervous I am. Once we drop off the flowers, we can go eat at this restaurant here. All right? Good. My voice had been steady.
You want to eat out?
Oh, that's right. I neglected to mention that. I made a mess of the conversation. I let go of her hand and ruffled my hair. It's nice to eat with you, sometimes.
Only sometimes? We usually eat together.
Together with Elt, though. He just always seems to be there. Shit. How the hell do you ask someone out for dinner? I really don't want to use Elt as reference material. Asking someone out for dinner wasn't part of the books I'd read. I really didn't want to copy Elt, but I had no choice.
Oh, I can't wait to see this. Would you like to partake of dinner with me? You need to read more romance novels, Ulrich. Smooth. Very smooth. This is great.
Would you like to partake of dinner with me? Oh, shit. I mean, do you want to have dinner with me? What? That was better, right? Just answer, okay? You don't want to? Then just say no. I get it. You don't want to. Never mind.
I didn't say that. Don't rush to conclusions. I was just surprised by that weird expression.
Don't say that. Shit. I shouldn't have said anything. Forget all of it.
No, I won't. Would you say it again?
What?
You don't say it often. I'd like to etch it into my heart.
Now that's a bit rude, don't you think? I briefly considered not repeating myself. I feel embarrassed, but also pressured into saying it again. Damn it. Listen, okay? I'll say it one more time, but that's it! I took a deep breath. She looked at me expectantly. Cyrus, let's eat dinner together. Don't space out. What's your answer? I want it now.
Roger.
Roger? What? Why are you talking like that?
What's wrong with it?
When you consider that you're saying yes to an evening date, yeah, it's pretty weird.
A date?
Yeah. Eating dinner together counts as a date. This exchange is a little irritating. Half of me wanted to keep going, while the other half wanted to end it. I guess that's the kind of person you are. Never mind. I turned away and began to walk away. Let's go.
I hope when we go to Cyrus's point of view, it's her being like, what would Elt say in this situation? Oh yeah, he told me I should say honey. Because I just want Ulrich and Cyrus to be completely clueless as to how a relationship works, and their only reference material is Elt and his romantic escapades. And they're like, I guess this would be appropriate now? And then the other person just constantly being like, what the hell are you doing? Oh, it's just, mwah, chef's kiss. Of course, honey. And then he had a heart attack.
What?
Aww. Adorable. Look at the two of them. Oh, so cute.
Before I could give her a startled look, Cyrus linked arms with me. What?
Let's go and enjoy the evening, Ulrich.
Oh. Sure. I was so confused that I almost dropped the flour bag. Why are you talking like that?
To wind you up after challenging me over how I talk.
I hadn't really intended to challenge her, but she was smiling, clearly enjoying it, and it was contagious. No, that's not the type of person I am. I wasn't going to let my guard down and laugh loudly.
Aw, he wants to, though.
To wind me up. Well, it's not working.
It's working too well.
I looked away from her and started walking again. Let's go.
Everyone dies eventually. Thanks for that cheery thought, Ulrich.
Everyone dies eventually. And even if death isn't the reason, people are separated by betrayal or by their environment. That's the reason I always avoided getting close to others, but I still want to be with Cyrus. Cyrus had taught me how to trust others. She was so important to me. I have to change. I have to change for her. Don't stop loving me, okay?
What's bringing that on?
Nothing!
Baka. Nothing at all.
I was who I was. Ulrich Fairy. It's all I could be. But still, I wouldn't have been who I was without her. I wouldn't be able to change at once, but I wanted to change, however slowly.
Aww. Ulrich, you gave me the warm fuzzies inside. Sweet, sweet bean. Adorable. Okay, let's see things from Cyrus's point of view. Then we get to see all the blushes on Ulrich's face, too. These are so nice. I bowed to the shopkeeper and left the flower store. The bag I was carrying was filled with colorful flowers. They were for me and... I like that he's frowning in her memories, too. I bought some for Ulrich, too. He hadn't asked me for them, of course. I'd been reminded of him when I'd seen the flowers in the shop. I hope he will like them. The bigger question was whether he would even take them at all. It was quite possible that he would refuse them, saying flowers weren't his style. Yeah, you know your boy. I'm starting to worry. What was I going to do if he didn't accept?
Hey.
I was suddenly removed from my reverie. When I turned around, Ulrich was in front of me. He looked at me with the same displeased expression he always had. Wow, that surprised me.
It surprised you? What kind of bodyguard are you? Do you actually pay attention?
He never seems to be in a good mood. Still, I thought we were making progress. His treatment of me had been even worse when we first met. Besides, I agree I wasn't paying attention enough. You're right. Sorry about that. At least I wasn't on duty anymore. If Elkrate had been with me and Ulrich had been an assassin, the thought scared me. Can I do something for you?
I just saw you here and thought we could talk.
I see. You just saw me here, huh? In the past, he wouldn't have called out to me unless necessary. He was changed, I noted happily, albeit rather slowly. I wanted to see him, and here he is. Somewhat belatedly, I smiled. Thank you, Ulrich.
Why are you smiling?
I wanted to see you. I'm happy we ran into each other, even if it's a coincidence.
Any specific reason?
I showed him the contents of my paper bag. Aren't the flowers beautiful? Ulrich stared into the bag.
They look pretty, all right.
It was the briefest of answers. At least he didn't hate them. That's nice. I bought some for you as well.
For me?
Yeah, we'll have matching flowers. Nice, right?
I don't really care for flowers, but... Thank you. Don't give them to me right now, though. I have no vase with me.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. I shouldn't get so excited. It's making me rush through this. I knew that I needed to give him time to process everything. So when does he want them?
Shall we go and drop off the flowers? You were going to give me some, right? Or not?
Oh, I was?
Let's go to my library, then. Give me the bag, okay?
The flower bag? I can carry...
Give it to me. Eld always tells me that the man has to... I'm a man, you know? Let me carry your bags.
Ulrich reworked his sentence and took the bag from my hands. Are you sure?
Of course I am. I can carry this one-handed, see?
He showed me how he was carrying the bag in one hand and held his hand out towards me.
Give me your hand so we don't lose each other.
Ah. He grabbed my hand almost instantly. Normally, the main road was very crowded, but that day it wasn't so bad. Besides, no matter how crowded, he wasn't going to lose me. Trailing people was part of his job. So we don't lose each other, huh? I returned his squeeze gratefully.
Once we drop off the flowers, we can go eat at this restaurant here. All right?
You want to eat out? Ulrich let go of my hand and ruffled his hair contemplatively.
It's nice to eat with you sometimes.
Only sometimes. We usually eat together.
Together with Elt, though. He just always seems to be there. Would you like to partake of dinner with me? Oh, shit. I mean, do you want to have dinner with me? What? That was better, right? Just answer, okay? You don't want to. Then just say no. I get it. You don't want to. Never mind.
I didn't say that. Don't rush to conclusions. I was just surprised by that weird expression.
Don't say that. Shit. I shouldn't have said anything. Forget all of it.
No, I won't. Would you say it again?
What?
You don't say it often. I'd like to etch it into my heart.
Now that's a bit rude, don't you think? Listen, okay? I'll say it one more time, but that's it! Cyrus, let's eat dinner together.
Ulrich had never asked me out like that. I was lost for words, feeling more confused than happy. I knew I had to say something, but the world seemed to be frozen in place.
Don't space out. What's your answer? I want it now.
Egged on, I finally managed an answer. Roger.
Roger? What? Why are you talking like that?
What's wrong with it?
When you consider that you're saying yes to an evening date, yeah, it's pretty weird.
A date?
Yeah. Eating dinner together counts as a date.
Okay. A date, then. I tried to breathe, and my heart began to race.
I guess that's the kind of person you are. Never mind.
Ulrich spun around and began to walk away.
Let's go.
This is getting too one-sided. I was happy, but I didn't want to be led around by the nose. Get it, girl? Of course, honey. Shock.
What?
Glomp. He turned towards me, and I instantly linked arms with him.
What?
Let's go and enjoy the evening, Ulrich.
Oh. Sure. Why are you talking like that?
To wind you up after challenging me over how I talk.
To wind me up? Well, it's not working. Let's go.
Ulrich looked away from me and started walking again. He's so much smaller than Elkreed, but... Cyrus. Cyrus. I'm disappointed in you for size shaming our boy. Oh, no. When I looked at him, he seemed taller and more dependable than before.
Don't stop loving me, okay?
What's bringing that on?
Nothing.
He's not nearly as weird as Elkreed, but he can still be pretty strange sometimes. His behavior was still inexplicable and a little acrimonious. It didn't displease me, however, because I could feel his clumsy love behind all of it. Clumsy love, that's the perfect expression to describe both of you. And she agrees. Besides, I'm just as clumsy. Even telling him that I loved him was difficult. So? It's going to take time for us to get close. Ulrich Fairy. My spy, my phantom. I prayed we were going to have just as much time together in the future. My spy, my phantom, stop, my heart! You guys are so cute! Ugh, I loved that so much. Yay! Oh, I'm loving these after stories. They're so much fun. Eee! Alright, well that was Ulrich's after story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Next up is my husbando, and he better have his theme, his music theme playing at least once during the after story, or I will be upsetty spaghetti. Alright, until next time, guys.